one stop, family shop. Think Thayer, come on, let's get rolling. Come on, let's get moving. Think Thayer.
To Falcon Weekly here on BGSUFalcons.com. I'm Evan Pivnick, joined by the head coach of the Bowling Green Falcons, Chris Bergeron. Coach, this past weekend against Michigan Tech up in Houghton, lost on Friday, but able to come back on Saturday and split the series. Just what did you think of the series as a whole?
Probably the tale of two games for us from a competition level. Michigan Tech came out Friday hard and scored in the first 20 seconds of the game, and we were basically chasing it around after that. If it wasn't for Chris Nell, I think it would have been a lot worse than 2-0. And the second goal came fairly late in the game, so we were only one shot away, but we just couldn't find that puck possession level of compete game that we're looking for. At least 2, 3, 4, 5 shifts in a row. We just couldn't do that. Tried to, gather ourselves and regroup and come back and play again Saturday. Went with Tommy Burke. Nell had started 4 games in a row, I think. And, I think Chris has played very well. We didn't think he needs to play every game just yet. And I thought Burke played well and get a win. I mean, we didn't. Still, execution is something we need to be better at, but I think we competed harder. Power play was opportunistic, which was nice to see on that 5-minute major in the first period, and found a way to hold on. So anytime you go to Michigan Tech and get a win, you can't be unhappy with that, and we're not. We just want to give ourselves more of an opportunity both nights, and we talked about this, and Friday we didn't give ourselves much of a chance. That had two heads to it. One was being them coming out ready to go at a high level, and the other was being us coming out not ready to go at a high level. So we need to find a way to bring that consistency to our game.
How frustrating was it, go back to the weekend before against Lake Superior, those 2 ties and then the loss on Friday. How big was it for the team to finally pick up a win and get the result the team was looking for?
Yeah, I think that's a good point. I think Saturday around the hotel and at the pregame skate and so on, there was some long faces, and that's understandable. As you said, to 2 ties and a loss in the last 3 starts. So to get a win and feel the way we did against a good team in a very difficult place makes it all that much better. So I'm hoping they remember the feeling they had after the game on Saturday, and also remember the game after they had on Friday, and pick the Saturday one and mentally get prepared for a very difficult series this weekend. So it's like I've said a bunch of times, we're a work in progress as a group. We're leaning on the leadership and the seniors to lead the way every day. Saturday, I thought they did a pretty good job of doing that.
This weekend, you mentioned coming up against UAH, a hardworking team this year. How are you looking about facing them this weekend?
I think they're more than just a hardworking team, Evan. I think they're a group that have added pieces and skill to their lineup over the past 2 years. Now the 3rd year under the staff, I believe. They've had some success on the road, and they went to Lake Superior and swept. And at home, they haven't had as much success in conference. But we're expecting a very difficult series. They're a team that has never, ever cared who they're playing against, never cared about where people are supposed to be and where they're supposed to be. And basically, they don't care about perception. They come and play. And we have to be ready to play. And I don't think we've played our best hockey at home either. I mean, this is we've only had 2 league games at home, and we need to take advantage of these home games. We've got 6 of them in a row starting this Friday night. And if we're going to compare it to a couple weekends ago, the Friday night was a good night. We just weren't very good around the other team's net. Well, we need to find a way to change that.
And you mentioned the next 3 series are at home. Is that something you really look forward to, playing in front of the fans in that stretch?
Well, obviously, yes, you do. I mean, versus a 12-hour bus ride through the night, and yeah, I'll take home ice all day long. 4 of those 6 games will have the students on campus with Thanksgiving being in between there. I think it'll give us a good chance to really work on some things in practice and kind of get back to a home routine before we have to go on the road to Bemidji there before the break. So we are running out of games before the break, and we want to put together a little bit of momentum, a little string of good efforts and let the results take care of themselves, and that's the idea going into this weekend.
You mentioned taking care of things in practice. What's one big thing that the team is focusing on going into this big stretch here?
Executing in practice. Our execution, it's a very general term, Evan. It's if you wanted me to be specific, I'd say executing with the puck. Our play with the puck has just not been good enough. We are, instead of getting to a game with puck possession and good puck play, we're chasing it around and having a back check and forecheck and chasing teams that have the puck because we give it to them. And then we're finding it's like 7 out of 10 times the puck is on our stick and then it ends up on their stick, which was self-inflicted. Something we weren't hard enough on it, we didn't make a good pass, we didn't receive the puck, whatever it may be. It's our executing with the puck is a focus of our stretch here at home and our practices.
Well, Coach, I appreciate the time. Best of luck this weekend against UAH, and we'll speak to you next week.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.